and welcome to Kerry's Cards. I'm going to show you a very quick tutorial on how to create from some plain flat Christmas tree shapes a nice little Christmas decoration that you could use for the table or you could hang on your tree, and it very depends on what papers you use and colours. For example, I've got Old Olive is what we're going to use now, and we're also going to use the Merriest Trees stamp set that you can see that's currently in the latest mini catalogue. So I'm going to swing the camera round and we'll get crafting. Right, camera's round, so let's get crafting. What you will need is either your trimmer or a scoreboard. It's up to you which is your preferred thing. I'm going to use my trimmer because it's got my score blade on it, but you might want to use a trimmer. So what you need to do is, using the dies that are the Merriest Trees dies, I have cut out 6 of this size tree for this example, but any size will do, but you just need 6 of them. Okay, from there they should all, make sure they're all the same way round. This tree is slightly different, so you've got like a bump there, so that side's slightly different to that side, so it's not actually symmetrical, it's just slightly off kilter. So to make sure that when you make our tree, what we need to do is take 3 and leave them like that, and the other 3 we're going to turn over. Okay, but we still need to score down the middle of each tree to start with. So we'll do these 3 first, and I've just done this by eye. I think that looks about symmetrical. I've been going for that little dip there. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a bit. There we go. So I think the middle is pretty much where the hump is there. So pop that down and then score each one down the middle. Oop. 2. 3. That's that side done. And do exactly the same for the overturned ones. They're going to go to the middle as well. And the last one. Okay, that's what we're doing there for those. Now, if you wanted to put some more definition on the trees, you could use the stamp sets that's here and stamp your image over the top. I went for this one because I'm going to do it in Old Olive on each of the images. Let's get my mat down. And again, it doesn't need to be too perfect, but it just gives them a little bit more definition. And let's keep them over here. Because what I'm going to do afterwards is decorate it with some more sparkly bits. Oop. So I'm using Old Olive card with Old Olive ink. So that's those 3. One more. Okay. Now if we get the bone folder, which is here, let's move that one off, and we're going to fold them in on themselves. So fold the printed side or the stamped side on top of each other. Okay. And then the other side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so what we're going to do next then is you've got 3 on one side, 3 on the other. So you're going to take 1 from each side, and because we've done the opposites, what it means then is they will match up perfectly in terms of the cut side. If we'd done it that way round on top of that one, and then tried to do there, you'll see at the top there it's not quite the same, that one. The bottom one's okay, but the top one's not the same. So by alternating them and doing the opposite sides on 3, we're going to now use some glue. I'm going to use Tombow glue because it gives me that little bit of flexibility in terms of movement. And I'm just going to stick 1 on top of the other and make sure that the cuts are, or the branches are lined up so they're in the right way. That's the first one. Then we're going to take the opposite one on here to pop on there, and again just make sure that they're lined up, and we're going to put some more glue down. Ooh, there we go. That's number 3, and then we want 1 from this side. You could just do a 4 if you wanted rather than 6. That's just as effective, especially if you wanted to use it as a table, like nameplate or something like that. So let's move it there, line them up, fold that one back, fold that one back, one another. Then we'll go to the 5th one next, and on this side, and then hopefully the last one will fit in there. But before we put the last one in, so you can see now we've currently got our tree shape. Before we do the last one, what we need is some string so that we can turn it into a decoration. You can use some sparkly string like ribbon here like I did, but you do need a thin piece of ribbon. So I've just got some of the normal baker's twine. I'm going to tie that in a knot and then cut it. And then add that in there so it's good to go. And I'm actually going to put some glue. You could use double-sided tape if you wanted to. I'm going to put some glue in there just to make sure it sticks down. And I'm going to glue on both sides now, because we're going to stick it together so that it's shut. And pop in the last one in. And again, if you line up your trees, hopefully, if we've scored them okay, it should then make a nice little finished tree. And if you hold it in place, the string will stay in touch at the top there. Just give it a good old squeeze. And there you have a lovely little decoration that you can hang on your tree. Or if you didn't want to do it as a tree, you don't have to put as a decoration, you don't need to hang the string in the middle. You could just leave it without. But what I'm going to show you now is just some quick metallic enamel effects. So really quick and simple. What you can do is just add some bubbles just by squeezing them and pop them anywhere. Try not to touch them afterwards because they will smudge because they're wet, but they don't actually take very long to dry. So just giving your tree a little bit of decoration. I'm probably going to just do 3 sides, I think. One, two. Let's do this one as the 3rd side. And then we have little baubles on our Christmas tree as well. So it's really quite simple and effective. I mean, you do need to leave it to dry for a little bit. And then it's good to hang up. You can do any colours that you wanted, any colour Christmas trees. I did try one with some of our green card, but I found it actually quite stiff to use. I think the normal card is easier to manipulate and fold, and it looks tidier because you also got, you can see there my white edges. So if you've got some thin metallic card as well, that's another way that you can do it. And I've put some streamer bits on there as well. I'm not sure if you can catch them in the light. So that's another option that you have there. So one different way to use your die cuts is into making a lovely 3D Christmas table decoration. I've got some others that I'm going to do, so you can actually make a little Christmas scene. If you wanted to, you could put some white on the edges, or some other thing, if you wanted some sparkle, you could use some of the Wink of Stella on the edges. The options are limitless. So thanks for watching. If you like this video and fancy subscribing, then please do so, and also feel free to share. Many thanks. Bye.